日本時間6月16日、ドジャースは球団公式 X にて17日のパドレス戦の先発投手に大谷翔平選手が登板することを発表しました。大谷選手の実戦登板はエンゼルス時代の2023年8月23日以来と実に663日ぶり。突如発表された大谷選手の投手復帰に全米では大きな話題となっています。米メディア MLB セントラルでは WBC アメリカ代表監督を務めるマーク・デローサ氏が、僕は大谷は打者専念した方がいいんじゃないって話してたけど、でもそれは違ったんだと大谷選手の投手復帰について言及しました。また米メディアリッチマンショーでは司会を務めるリッチ・アイゼン氏が大谷選手の投手復帰のニュースに大興奮。ここからは大谷翔平選手の二刀流復活のニュースで盛り上がりを見せる米メディアの様子を見ていきます。
Here's what Dave Roberts had to say about Shohei Ohtani making his pitching debut for the Dodgers tonight against the Padres.
Yeah, Shohei's getting antsy, so which is a good thing for us. And so that's a good thing. I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2 innings, but my guess is probably an inning to start. But it's a good thing. I think that we've kind of the live situation simulated or whatever sort of run its course. So he's ready to, make his debut on the mound.
Sounds like Shohei was driving this decision, right?
Shohei's the only guy in Major League Baseball, I mean this, that can drive anything he wants.
Yeah.
I think the rest have to come from a side of, at some point I am an employee. Mm-hmm. This guy's bringing so many dollars and so much revenue into the game that he could turn and basically tell Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts, I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm not going on you can't send this guy on a rehab assignment.
You can't lose his
shut
bat.
down the city?
You can't lose his bat.
He can't go down to a minor league facility. They'd have to bring in National Guard to protect him.
Well, they're already there, so
he's ready to go. Listen, the way they're going to, it's a ramp-up session. What's he going to get, an inning, maybe 2? And he walked in there and said, I'm ready to rock.
He threw about 45 pitches in some of his simulated games, so I would think that's kind of the target area. Right?
What I love about it, Robert, real quick, is that we've sat here and I've seen a bunch of shows, and ourselves included, say, would he just be better off served just hitting the rest of his life? Guess grab some fly balls. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm a two-way guy, and that's what I'm going to do for the remainder of my career. So, Shohei, you get to do whatever the heck you want.
This week will be super interesting, and as if we didn't get enough West Coast news, Shohei Ohtani's pitching tonight for the Dodgers on a big league mound for the first time in almost 2 years. I mean, was this always the timeline, JP? Was it hurried? Take me inside.
Lauren, it's so interesting because when we were recently out there in LA for a showcase game, the sense that I got was a little before the All-Star break is when Ohtani might get back on the mound in a regular season game. Well, we're a month before the All-Star game, and here he is tonight back on the mound. I think the important caveat here to all the fans who want to watch Ohtani pitch, and I'm certainly one of them, tune in early. Tune in early tonight, okay? It's a 10 o'clock Pacific time or 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific game. Be ready early because he may not go beyond 1 inning. I think the idea, Lauren, is that he might not be fully stretched out until the All-Star break, but I think what Dave Roberts was saying last night to reporters was basically that they've now gotten to the point where the simulated situations have basically run their course. He's used to the mound, he's used to competing, and here he now has the chance to get back on the mound for the first time ever in a Dodger uniform. It's the first time in any competitive Major League context since August the 23rd of 2023, while still with the Los Angeles Angels, long before free agency. It's just, Lauren, there is so much new here. You've got the Dodgers now. They're feeling the heat from the Giants. What a time. And as you referenced, you've got the Red Sox visiting San Francisco on Friday. So my advice to everybody, it's West Coast Baseball Week on MLB Network.
Okay.
Just stay up late, enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch these teams all competing out west.
You will be watching. I know that is the case. JP Morosi, what's your favorite dinosaur, by the way? Dero wants to know.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king, the king.
Let's move on to one of our favorite topics, Shohei Ohtani. Everybody's favorite topic, right? We get to watch him on the mound tonight, his debut on the mound for the Dodgers. Now, Dave Roberts knows he can only get maybe 1-2 innings out of him, but he did say that whatever he gets out of Shohei can be addicting. Now, you manage the guy. Do you have that feeling like we do whatever we can to get Shohei out there?
Well, yes, but I think the overarching plan is to get him up and running by post-All-Star break. This is his rehab assignment, and they're not going to send him out to rehab in any of their cities because they're going to miss his bat way too much. So I think this is their way of ramping him up to the point where he's able to pitch. And I was extrapolating out, working it out. I think by the All-Star break, he should be pretty much at 5 innings comfortably, and then they can go on from there. And I'm thinking about maybe 6-7 days in between starts, whatever the number may be. So this is his rehab assignment. It makes all the sense in the world. They're not going to send him anywhere. The bat's way too important. So post All-Star break, he should be up and running kind of normally.
So you'd be good if Shohei tells you, I'm good, here's the ball, go get him.
Well, I would kind of be okay. Yes. But then there's going to be the doctors and the trainers and everybody else going to be involved. They have the best trainer in baseball in Ron Porterfield. I have so much faith in Porter, and I don't know how much Porter has been involved in this decision-making process, but I'm certain with their group, they talk this all the way through. They do. You got to trust Shohei. Nobody's ever done this before. That was my argument with the Angels when we started using him as a pitcher and a player. Listen, this guy's the only guy that knows how to do this. Nobody else has done it to this extent. So, yes, I'm going to listen to the show, but their medical staff is outstanding.
Giants weren't the only NL West team making major surprising news on Sunday night. Not to be outdone, the Dodgers have acquired a new starting pitcher, but not in a trade. This guy was already on their roster. He's their DH, Shohei Ohtani. Ever heard of him? Ohtani will return to his two-way role tonight when he gets the starting nod as an opener against the rival Padres at 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:10 local, in a game that will be carried on MLB Network and MLB.tv. Ohtani had been expected to have at least one more side session before returning to a game as a pitcher, but he was itching to get in a game, and the Dodgers caught everybody off guard, including, I assume, the Padres, with the announcement late Sunday night. This will be Ohtani's first pitching appearance in a game since August 23rd, 2023, when he was still a member of the Angels. Since then, he had a major elbow procedure, signed a gargantuan contract with the Dodgers, had a 50-50 season at the plate, won a World Series, normal stuff. This season, Ohtani's been his usual transcendent self at the plate. He did have the gall to go 10 straight games without a home run, but he took care of that little slump Saturday night against the Giants when he went deep in the first inning.
This 2-1 is clobbered to right field, way back, and way gone!
Oh, and then he went deep again in the sixth.
Ohtani with a missile to right field. Does it have enough carry? It sure does! Second home run of the night for Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani is now up to 25 homers on the year, which is the most in the National League. It's also the most among pitchers. Now we'll see how quickly Ohtani can reclaim the form that led to a 2.84 ERA and 1.51 ERA plus in his last 3 seasons with the Angels. In a Dodgers rotation ravaged by injury, that kind of performance would be very welcome. We hope you enjoyed the record-setting, DH-only portion of the Ohtani program while it lasted, but now it's time to get back to the real, freakish, and fun thing that is the two-way Ohtani.
Ohtani's going to pitch tonight. Right? He's going to start tonight for the Dodgers against the Padres in a huge NL West matchup. And the traffic's already starting right now to try and get to the first pitch tonight. Shohei Ohtani is going to throw his first pitch as a Los Angeles Dodger tonight. And Cooper said to me last night, this is crazy. He didn't even have a rehab start and then caught himself. He goes, oh, yeah, if he did, he wouldn't be there to hit. So no rehab starts because he's too all-world of a hitter to send to AAA to get ready. It's all like simulated pitching, and he's going to start tonight against the Padres, and that is 100% going to be on the screen next to Game 5 of the NBA Finals, because this is why the Dodgers paid him all that money. And he's going to start tonight for the Dodgers. I cannot wait to see what that looks like. The place is going to go nuts. And it's the Padres in town. while the Giants just acquired Rafael Devers, and the Diamondbacks, if they could ever kind of get it together and not try and come back from being down 10 runs successfully, I might add, in every single one of their wins. And then there's the poor Rockies. But that said, crazy baseball news to start us off. Crazy. And I can't wait. It's going to be awesome to watch Ohtani. And we're going to ask this of Passan. I know you think, Chris, this is the wrong thing for them to do.
I don't love it.
Don't mess with it. But this is why they paid him $700 million to do this stuff. I can't wait to see it. Is going to be like a Fernando Valenzuela, Hideo Nomo type festival every time he pitches, and in a way that, with all due respect, was never that way in Anaheim. It was always fun, and it was always interesting, but it's just going to be off the hook tonight in Dodger Stadium and once every 5 days when he's pitching at home. And I can't wait to see it. And they won a World Series without him pitching. Let's see how he can affect wins and losses now this year. Moments ago, talking about Ohtani's first start as a Dodger, you mentioned just 1 or 2 innings. It's just going to be a cup of coffee, sort of like a bullpen game, you think, tonight?
You know, under normal circumstances, when somebody's coming off of reconstructive elbow surgery, he will go down to the minor leagues and make like 5 or 6 starts and build up to the point where he can throw 70, 80, 90, maybe even 100 pitches in a game. Shohei Ohtani does not have that luxury because it just so happens that he's like the second best hitter in the world. And so this is the Dodgers' way of just getting him out there and saying, hey, let's see what you got, kid. Let's see what we're working with right now. And nobody knows exactly how this is going to go. I mean, I imagine they would not be putting him out there if the stuff weren't impressive. I imagine they would not be putting him out there if he hadn't said, I want to pitch in a game now. And look, the Dodgers are an organization that listens to their players and respects what they're saying. And they're giving Ohtani the chance to go out there and show, okay, yeah, he is big league ready. And he is, if not back to what he was beforehand, then at least a close enough facsimile that he can be pitching in the big leagues.
And they could use him too, right, Jeff? I mean, obviously, you could use Ohtani anytime, but in particular, their staff is not healthy here mid-June, Jeff.
Rich, they could use you right now. And
I pitched in a Dodger uniform, sir. First pitch, much better than Taylor Lewan.
I was going to say, if you throw better than you run, they can absolutely use you.
Excuse me, you just denigrated 2 of my 5 tools, Jeff. What the hell? Come on. With my voice, 6 tools. I'm a 6-tool guy with my voice.
You are a 6-tool player.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I appreciate that. But
it's a very handsome and athletic man.
Thank you very much.
That's what you're known for.
God bless you. God bless you for that. But yeah, I mean, they could. This is going to be, and plus, it's. I'm just mentioned. It's going to be a festival, right? Like Fernando Nomo type stuff when he starts in Dodger Stadium. Jeff,
yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's going to be a festival tonight, like against the Padres.
Correct.
You know, like they're facing their biggest rival right now. No disrespect to the Giants, but in recent years, the Padres have made that ascent to become that. And I'm just, as somebody who loves baseball, I'm just really excited to see him back out there because Ohtani as a hitter, it's great. Ohtani as a two-way player, it's different. It's unique. It's special. It's Babe Ruth, except in 2025. And every moment that he has out there trying to do both, I think we as baseball fans need to appreciate.
Well, let me tell you this, man. Fun stuff.
So, Ohtani tonight at Dodger Stadium. If you want to go see him, you're going to have to dig deeper into your pocket than you would have had you bought the tickets Friday or Saturday morning. The Dodgers said he's going to pitch an inning, maybe 2. So let's kind of start right there. What do you think that means exactly? Does that mean that he needs to breeze through the first inning? Because, again, I'm speculating here, but the Padres yesterday when they played Arizona, their 1-2-3 was Fernando Tatis Jr., Luis Arraez, and Manny Machado. Those were their three really, really high-quality major league players. Do you roll him into the second if he breezes through? If he gets into 4, 5, 6, do you set him down? Like, what do you think? Is it a pitch threshold? What does it look like? Do they want to up down him because they want to up down him as much as anything else? Or is it let's just dip our toe in here and it's one inning unless it's a really quick, like 10, 12 pitch inning?
I would like to think that if he's far enough into his physical rehab, that they're doing this at all.
Yeah.
That they can treat this like it's a normal game.
Okay.
Like, it's not a normal start in the sense that they're thinking about Ohtani going 5, 6, 7 innings.
Right.
But it's a normal start like you would treat, say, a bullpen game. And I think it's really important that they don't go in a direction that this feels, for lack of a better way of putting it, gimmicky.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Because you could start stressing out your bullpen at the early part of a week in a really difficult series. Like, the series against the Padres is going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a big series.
It matters.
It does.
And if Ohtani can't pitch to a certain point, like if, say...
They wouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Well, I would like to think that they wouldn't be doing this. Like, if, say, you start getting, 12, 15 pitches and then you sit them down, why are you doing this at all?
Yeah, I agree with you. Unless it is we're 100% sure he can pitch 2 innings, but let's just have him pitch 1. I understand your point, and I think it's a good one, and I expect him to go 2 unless that first inning goes into, maybe over 20. But I think where it gets tricky is, what if it's 18 or 19? What if it's 20? What if it's 21? Like, it's, okay, could he go back out there and have a 10-pitch inning? Yeah, sure he could, and we're at 30-some-odd pitches, and that's pretty easy and manageable.
I think the context matters. Like, let's say, for example, it's at 21 pitches, but that's in part because there was an error.
Yeah.
And there was an extra batter on base through no fault of Ohtani's. Like, that should have been an out.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he starts looking tired, I'm not going to hold that against Ohtani. But, like, if it's 21 pitches, but it was laboring, and you could already see him starting to look a little gassed, then I think the context in all of this matters. But I think however you view the context, you got to try to treat this as normal as possible. You know what I mean? Because the other guys out there and the rest of your staff, they are going to be affected by how you treat this.
They absolutely are. And I'm not saying that the rest are less important than Ohtani, but the rest are less important than Ohtani.
Sure.
And so you're going to, his well-being, his future, and I'm not even talking future like for years to come. I'm talking weeks to come, days to come, is your number one priority. If that means that you got to go to Ben Kasparius or Landon Knack or whoever it may be coming in next, like a little earlier than you might want to, I'll deal with that to make sure that he's in one piece.
Right. I also just feel like if say he throws 12 or 15 pitches, that likely means things went pretty well.
Oh, sure.
So at that point, why would you not give him a second inning?
I think if he pitches, I think if I had to set the number, like, and I'm just, if I had to set the number, anything 18 and below is an automatic roll him again. I think anything over that, it gets into more what you're talking about where, hey, what did it look like? Did he walk 2 or 3 guys? Did he give up a hard hit ball? Was it a lot of full counts? Or was it just okay, there's a base hit, there's, a misplayed ball or whatever it may be. That's a little different. But now you're in a little bit of a different situation because starting that second inning, you're already in the 20s. If he throws another 15 or 18, now we're pushing 40.
But that to
just
me
gets
feels,
a little different.
That to me, though, to the point I was making about treating things normal.
Yeah.
If the guy you threw out there that is essentially the beginning of what would turn into a bullpen game,
Mm-hmm.
if that guy is throwing 25 to 30 pitches in the first inning, you would start thinking about pulling him anyway.
True.
Like, regardless of who it is.
True.
Ohtani or anybody.
I'm calling my shot right now, by the way. He's going to hit a home run tonight, too. I really do think he's going to. Because that's what this son of a gun does. He does the thing. Like when we were out at Legends Attic, what was it, Em, a month or so ago, maybe a little bit less, and I used the phrase, he's one of those guys that rises to the occasion, and Oral pushed back on it. I think Oral's going to join us tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And he's like, I don't believe in that. He goes, I don't think they're just, the guys that are really good are the guys that stay at their level. They don't go up and down. They're constantly where they are, and that's what makes great players are always there. And I understand his point, But when you look at Ohtani, it does seem like he's got a flair for the thing. Whether it was the 50-50 game where he hits a bunch of home runs, he steals a bunch of bases, whether it's his first appearance in the Dodger spring training game, he hits a home run, that he just seems to have all right, everybody's looking, I'm going to do a thing, and hitting a home run tonight would be one of those things.
Here's where I would say you're both right. Like, I think Oral is correct that the greats stay, for the most part, at that high level, 90-ish% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But reaching that level isn't always the same. Like, the level itself can vary and can go up or down. So I think you're both right. Like, Ohtani does rise to these different levels because he's always on. Like, that's what makes him who he is and capable of rising to those moments.
All right, let's play a game here. He pitches 2 innings tonight. Okay, he's going to pitch 2 complete innings. How many guys does he strike out? I've got my number.
2.
Okay, I think it's 3.
I also was thinking 2.
Yeah, okay. Jorge?
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。